You know, but then when you look at Chinese, they're not worried about who counselor or whatever like that. They got their business people in the community. You want something? Here you go. You know what I mean? And then they do whatever they have to do.
You see, that's why we have a problem. Because when you see the Chinese, the Indians, everybody come in and build their properties and build up their stuff for their communities, we don't do that.
And if we do that,
we would be in numbers.
Right now, it comes back again to the thing of us putting the cart before the horse. That everybody's gonna say, okay, we're gonna start a business or whatever. All right, yeah, we got 500 people that start businesses. But then when we go check them, what name's on that business? Some European name, which means that it's not your business, it's really theirs. So it's really not even really coming to us, really. Even if it's prosperous. If we make 50 million, they made 500 million. Because it wasn't our stuff to begin with. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you add, paying taxes on top of that, which, we shouldn't be paying as indigenous people. Now they're getting that paid. And then you're talking about rent and all that stuff, which, we're not foreigners here. We shouldn't be paying rent. We should be collecting rent. But, if we have no status in mass, then these people feel that they can get away with whatever. Which they do. Because everybody's warring at us like, we don't want to be black and we don't want to be African. Moors don't like their people and all that stuff. That's not what it is. We recognize that if you say we go with history proves itself. If we look at the relations between our people and property, we always lose everything. We never ever hold on to anything. We always lose. How come we always lose stuff? Oh, because the white man? No, because we're classified as something that we're not. Which means that it's not really our property. So if your name is no different than kindergarten lunchbox, why are you coming home with whoever's lunchbox? Where's your lunchbox with your name on it that I gave you when you left here this morning? Oh, well, I didn't know that. Yeah, but your name's written on your lunchbox because it's yours. Our people don't recognize that concept. That name denotes possession. They figure they do whatever they want. You call yourself whatever you want. Doesn't matter. We're the gods of the universe. We built the pyramids. Well, yeah, but the people who built the pyramids had a name. And they were calling themselves Jeffrey and Johnson and all those types of stuff. Right? Which still comes back to the aspect of if we're saying nationality, and then all the international community coming out and they're saying nationality, right? All the other nations of the world coming out saying nationality, like we were talking about last week with all the people who are not minorities that are for Black Lives Matter say a nation for Black Lives Matter, not yellow people for Black Lives Matter or orange people or dark-skinned butterscotch people. They have a nation. So what's wrong with our people not recognizing that, all these people are saying that nation and then we're saying colors. But then we're the only ones getting shot up, choked out on the corner and then complaining that this is happening to us.
But it's been happening since Rodney King.
So then, if we know that this has been happening since Rodney King, we can go back further. We can say Emmett Till. We can go back further and say whoever, right? What's the issue? The issue is that they have a status of a slave. So if you have a status of a slave, then you're not a human being. And if you're not a human being, then rights don't apply to you. And then it's that simple. And then we carry that tradition on conceptually, psychologically, to where we're at right now. And we haven't accepted the fact that this thing's been going on for a long time, that they're doing this to us. To nobody else. Nobody else, they're just gonna say, yo, get that guy. And just drag this guy behind a truck to wherever. Nobody else they do this to. All these other people that are here, all different shades, people darker than us. If it's a black thing, there's darker people than us that they don't do this to.
There's some Sri Lankans after.
Right?
Well, see, like this, they say Muslims and everything is causing ISIS and all this stuff. But if 90% of the U.S. population is Islam, so if we were all to join together and go into a terrorist act, the world would be done already. But they want everybody to see that people are doing things that they're not doing. All it is just a ploy for the government. If they want to blame something, they blame something on us. That's just how it is. That's why this Black Lives Matter. That's why all this thing's coming on, because they need something to take away from what the government is doing wrong.
Right.
While Trump and them are acting like fools, where everybody is going Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Yeah. To distract the whole.
But it's been going on for years. It never changes. It's like bringing back the 90s, bringing back everything. You're basically bringing back the stuff that we're trying to get rid of. Now Roots is on TV.
Right.
Why? Why is it a TV series now?
Right. But no, but then when you check, because yeah, it's on TV now, but now they have people dressed like Moors in it now. They got people with turbans on and stuff like that in there.
Yep.
So you know, it's a signal. Yeah, it's a signal to those who are in the know that hey, you're where you're supposed to be or whatever. If they're gonna show Roots movie now compared to before, and then they got people dressed like Moors in it. And remember, this is not a movie, this is TV series. So now this is going on, you know what I mean? Every day, whatever particular time, same time, every day or whatever like that, how much ever seasons that this thing's gonna run. Of them infusing into the people's mind, this is what we're saying. That
or are they gonna use it to evolve?
It's either get ready or be forced to. They're forcing people, especially the minority, that it's time for you to wake up now. We don't care who's filming or whatever like that. We're gonna kill you on the street corner because you're black. You can play that that's not what's going on, but you know what I mean? Show me somebody else that this is happening to. This is not something that's across the board, everybody's going through this. This is something specific that only our people are dealing with. And you know, again, we have to acknowledge the fact that people who have been in positions of power to correct these issues, yeah, just leave it out there. Right? Just to see these things happening and not do anything about it, knowing that it's happening to our people, knowing that, you know what, there's whatever that's going on that's affecting our people, and the best thing that we can do is gather up everybody and let's go march somewhere.
Okay, so now I see the virtue, but what are we doing to change it within the communities right here? Because if you look at, like, I grew up in Winnipeg and I moved out here. Been out here for years, watched everything that's seen, involved with all the movements, all the black civil rights, everything that's going on.
Right.
Now we have all the brothers out here and everybody trying to work together, but everybody's from different boroughs, but half of these guys are related.
Right.
And they're fighting with each other and killing each other.
Yeah.
But none of them even know they're related.
Right.
I'm seeing that every day.
And again, the spells have been cast on our people, right? If us talking in those schools of thought, witchcraft and magic and stuff like that.
All words that promote
Yes, right? People aren't really gonna, nah, that ain't what's going on. The white man did it or whatever. Nah, it's really psychological, it's really witchcraft, it's really mental, it's really not what somebody outside of you did to you. It's really what do you have inside you, right? Which is gonna be the protection for whatever out there that you're facing, right? So we had, back in the day, you had code of the streets. Nothing I talk about or whatever like that. It's just what it is. There's no book telling you about, these are the codes of the streets, You know what I mean? You need to study this, you know what I mean? There's one guy who's the prophet of the code of the streets, he brought this book, that ain't what it is, but it was something that everybody knew, regardless of what nation you belong to or whatever like that. If you're in that life, there was a code that going into it, you already know what the code is, right? That was lost in, as far as our cultural code. Dressing ourselves, representing others. If I'm gonna go get some sugar, I'm not going to go to this European who just bought the sugar from you because you're the guy that runs the. I'll go directly to you because me and you, we're family or whatever like that, right? Yeah. They're gonna, bring in Willie Lynch and these things like that to make an excuse for what they're going through. When really, that brother who Willie Lynch said, take the whip, beat that nigga right there or whatever like that, and then that created the hate between brothers. That guy should have took the whip to try and go slave master with him. He shouldn't have been down with it, unless he was getting some compensation.
Well, that's why society taught us to keep the other brother down. That's in the bucket.
Right?
That's just how it goes.
That's just how it goes if you're a crab in the bucket. If you're not a crab in the bucket, you have to be a crab first. Not all crabs make it in the bucket. So it's broadening how we deal with it. You know what I mean? Like the issues that are facing our people, and to get the message to them of how to fix the issues is not really based on somebody relaying the message or whatever. It's on that individual being able to receive the message and realize that, yeah, something's wrong, time to do something about it. If the individual doesn't want to do anything about it, then conditions persist.
But I feel that a lot of us from the hood, a lot of us who did our dirt back in the days, a lot of the street life and everything, we drove that down into the new kids that are coming up because of the territories, the different world, different attitudes, different beefs is being dragged down into the new community. Yeah. They're not learning to grow away from it because we still haven't settled the beefs from the stuff that we're doing. Right.
And the individuals who were involved, like I know that there's gaps where the ball dropped, right? But the fact that, for example, with me coming out of that and then saying, I can't do that, means that we need to do this. And then people say, well, we can't really do that because, we gotta get this money and we gotta be. I can't do nothing for them people if that's their path. You know what I mean? Like that's their lane that they're gonna, so it's like when we say that, you're not gonna save everybody. But we know that them getting it is really what is, it's really going to bridging the gap by actually going to those ones. Not the gaps between them and us. It's skipping over everybody, go directly to them. You let them get some cane and some EPMD or whatever like that. Guarantee by the time they get 15 or whatever, they're already gonna know what's up. Listening to that old stuff, listen to some brand Nubian or whatever like that, they're gonna get the message that, hold on a second. So all this stuff that these people are doing, promoting, whatever like that we think that really what it is, really that's not what it is. Because at their age, they're still open, they're still, they can still be molded.
So going back to what you said earlier about there's no books, there's nobody to teach the street code. Yes, it was. Music. Told you the whole street code.
Right.
It's your fault that you didn't listen to it.
That you didn't listen to it. Like, right? It's your fault that you rather, you realize that, hold on a second, because everybody knows the time, or everybody remembers the time when, especially with the hip-hop generation, where the repetition of a song on the radio increased or whatever.
Yeah, like clan, everybody.
Yeah, like certain things were getting weeded out, but the new things that were coming in, it wasn't that you know, the music was, you know, bad, whatever like that. It was that they're playing this thing 50 times.
You
You
see,
know,